Yo, have you ever wanted a game from the developers of Apex Legends, Call of Duty, Halo, from the developers of Destiny? And how about more developers from Doom and Battlefield? Well, you're in luck because if you weren't paying attention to the Game Awards, even if you were, you probably might have missed it. Legion Presents. This game is crazy looking. I don't even know how to describe this. When I saw this, I lost my mind. Why? Because look at it. Look at look at this game. It's like a hunter from Destiny with some Doom movement. That little flippy dippy, that was from Destiny. And then you have like this almost Doom Skyrim first person. It almost looks like it has id Tech. And then it's hard to see, but he does kind of a super move, kind of like out of Destiny. Now, as far as like from the developers of like Halo, and yeah, see right there, boom, that's like a super crazy lightning kick. I don't even know what the hell he did. But like, as far as like developers of Battlefield, I'm not sure what I see in this. Maybe there's like destructible environments. It looks way more like Doom, I would think, than anything else, which is sick, by the way. It's absolutely disgusting. But this game is just, it really stood out to me. It's really, really unique looking, really unique style. And of course, when you have a game that's like eye lasers, that's crazy. When you have a game like this that has like bits and pieces of developers from like all these different AAA genres, you know, I kind of feel like, man, it could go good. It could go really good, or it could, you know, be just a lot of stuff lost in translation. This is pre-alpha footage. So, but it is in engine, and I don't even know when the hell this game is supposed to come out. I'm just kind of going through this with you before we look at this article. But yeah, it's called Covenant. And yeah, even this dude's like crazy huge floppy beard in your face, you know. Yeah, Covenant. This game looks absolutely incredible. You can wishlist it on Steam and Epic Games. Join the Discord, which I need to do that, by the way. I think I did actually. Maybe I'll pull that up while we're talking here. But man, this is a game. This is a crazy ass game. So let's get into this. Let's pause this and let's get into this article. And this is going to be from PC Gamer. And it says, in a sea of Game Awards announcements, you probably missed the debut trailer for Covenant, a gnarly FPS Souls-like from veteran shooter devs looking at, and they say veteran shooter devs, they like all of them, Apex, Battlefield, Call of Duty, Destiny, Doom, freaking, I was probably 7, 8 others that I missed. And more than what it seems, provide more than what seems possible for the price. Yeah, everyone gets real skeptical when you start looking at a game like this. When you start hearing about like a big hodgepodge of like AAA industry talent, and then it's like, what? But like, again, it could go really good. It looks really cool. Like aesthetically, art style, I'm digging it. Not everybody is a fan of like id Tech Doom mechanics. I love Doom. I've been a Doom fan since it existed, literally, and I don't have a problem with it. But you know, they also are trying to make it like a Souls-like, and I saw some like Destiny super movement, and I'm like, I don't know how well that's gonna work with like an 85-degree field of view Doom style. You know what I'm saying? I mean, FPS slider, hopefully, but FOV slider. I mean. Anyway, let's continue with the article. It says, you might be all trailer out, blah, blah, blah. And in the show's 10-year history, blah, blah, blah. Covenant, a dark fantasy first-person FPS RPG whose devs boast something impressive, as well as an aggressive, ambitious vision on how extensive the game can be. Developer Legion Studios describes it as an FPS Souls-like, and the FromSoft inspiration is immediately apparent. I'd agree with that. Some truly dark... truly striking dark fantasy environments that carry the looks like the cover of a fantasy novel energy, which I really like. Yeah, I agree with that. The voiceovers really scream out Souls, which we didn't play the audio in the trailer. That's for copyright, so definitely go check out the trailer for yourself. The audio is pretty cool. It's actually pretty immersive. Let's see, Elden Ring. Most of them make reference to impenetrable fantasy lore, proper nouns, blah blah blah. Okay. Our freaky robed assassin-looking protagonist has a host of Hexen-y medieval implements at his disposal. I kind of agree with that. It is kind of like Hexen, if you go back to the OG like Hexen game. But dude, his mask, look, all the Destiny fans know that mask. That mask is and Jesus, right here on the spot, I'm like missing. I'm forgetting the name. It's an exotic mask that gives the golden gun one massive shot instead of like 3 or 6. And the name's escaping me. I haven't played in like a couple years now, but golly. Anyway, every Destiny fan's gonna know what that mask is. And let's see, Hexany, but it's mostly gnarly looking crossbows that steal the show here for the article writer. Legion mentions magical powers being a feature of the final game, and one that really got my attention in the trailer was the main character launching an enemy through the air. So something else that I noticed. So if you this also gives me really hard vibes from Lords of the Fallen. So Lords of the Fallen has, I mean, this art style really, if I could pick a game that like the most closely emulates the art, I would say Lords of the Fallen, even down to the like gold windmill soup, like the super that the character did with the windmill kick, but with the yellow lightning energy around his foot or whatever. That yellow energy is exactly like what the radiant spells are in Lords of the Fallen. And it looks just like that. So y'all can do the comparison later for yourselves. Let's see. Legion cites some pretty far-flung inspirations in its first FAQ. Dark Souls, Dark Messiah, hell yeah, and Dishonored all make for a lot of sense. Dishonored's another good one that like aesthetically it makes sense that they would have referenced that in here. Let's see. The first statement also intends to communicate a certain dissatisfaction with the state of the industry, particularly the layoff crisis, monetization of AAA games. So that's kind of a good. I'm glad to read that. So in other words, it sounds like there's a lot of AAA devs that come from all walks of FPS background that are banding together to make this game, and just by that statement alone, it sounds like they're not interested in MTXing the consumer to death, which I hope that's the case. I'm always going to be like, yay, just make a good game. I mean, like cosmetic only stuff is fine, but like, if it's a single player game, it's another whole debate. So anyway, yeah, just make a good game. We'll play it, right? They're quoted as saying games offer less and less and charge more and more and are built to squeeze every less. Yeah. So Legion's already making me happy with these statements here because they're not interested in squeezing the player for everything. And that's not our aspiration. That's great. The 12-person studio touts experience working on only 12 people. There's only 12 people, bro. Yeah, we need to support this game. Get in the comment section. Support this game. Support this developer. This is incredible. I really like this. They say they experience working Call of Duty, Battlefield, Halo, Destiny. And the article writer says, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't excited to see that kind of design pedigree put to my kind of game. At the time of the writing, Legion characterizes Covenant as being in early development with no set release window, but you can wishlist it on Steam. So look, this is an Unreal game. At the beginning of the trailer, it says Unreal Engine. I would assume it's Unreal Engine 5. If that's the case, and we're seeing pre-alpha footage, I would bet that this game doesn't release for at least 2 years, at least 2 more years, maybe 3. I guess it really depends on where they're at in their development stage. If it's a brand new IP, rule of thumb for an Unreal Engine 5 game is at least 5 years. A lot of games can take longer than that, depending on how much their like pre-production is with their concept art and implementation of lore, stories, writing, everything else. Take that with a grain of salt. But look, what we can do is support the developers is go to their Steam page and go ahead and give them a wish list. They do have a website, but it is extremely bare bones right now. They just have the wish list button. There's not much else going on. There's like an about with a FAQ, I think. There's a contact page. And then the about page has like this little bit here. Small team of 12 developers who chase perfection. Covenant is a prequel to our major trilogy and our first step into the industry. We hope you'll accompany us. So that's kind of cool to know. So they plan to make a trilogy and this is the prequel. It makes me wonder if it's a prequel. So does that mean like this prequel will be one game and then they're going to make a trilogy? I think that's what I'm taking from this. Let me know in the comments what you think. Then it says what we believe. We believe that the best products are not born through massive budget or extensive resumes, but rather through principles death to self. We believe every day we must put aside our own beliefs and dispositions to serve the product. They keep saying death to self. I don't know why. We believe truth exists, is not subjective, and should be obeyed. Anyway, maybe some like deep lore stuff. I don't know. Anyway, what I am happy to hear is that it's a small team dedicated to making a good game and not worried about squeezing the player for every last drop. Super cool. Again, the trailer is badass. It looks really cool. Pre-alpha footage. I mean, you got these out of these 12 people, they're coming from every big major first-person shooter in the industry. And again, the freaking this looks incredible. You got Souls-like combat, you got FPS gaming going on, you got magic, that's a big selling point for me and why I really like Lords of the Fallen with the magic. Well, and Elden Ring also, of course. Any of the Souls games. And geez, man. Yeah, see, he did like some kind of super move right here. Here, I want to slow that down just since we're here. We've already got you here. We'll go half speed on this. See, look, he's like in the air doing it's like he activates a super off the wall. He like jumps off the wall. And this is like the first person mode, which I'm going to barf, right? And then a vertical spinning heel kick or something with like radiant magic right to the face, man. Bam. That's absolutely insane. So let me know in the comments what y'all are thinking about this. Like I said, as soon as the Game Awards happened and I saw this, I really wanted to cover it. I was sick for like 2 weeks encompassing Game Awards, so I'm like really behind. But I wanted to show you guys this. I'm a huge FPS is probably my favorite genre. And out of all the developers they listed, I've played all those games and I'm a big fan. And geez, dude, this game looks incredible. Look, let me know in the comments. Hit the like button. Follow me on Rumble. Hit the like button, subscribe, bell notifications so you don't miss out on future content. My name's HELMETFIRE. I'm going to get the hell out of here. Have a good one, everybody.
HELMETFIRE.